Hey guys, I'm Mason, and in this video I'm going over my Week 9 NFL game picks, but first I'll give a little recap of Week 8, and there's a few extra things this week because of the trade deadline. So the 49ers traded for Chase Young, and the Bears traded for Montez Sweat, so the Commanders' D-line just downgraded a bunch, like 2 of their star players are gone. I'll be interested to see how they do without those 2. As a Bears fan, I'm really excited about that trade. I think that was a spot we really needed to upgrade, so good job, Bears. The Raiders fired Josh McDaniels. I'm pretty sure Raiders fans will be happy about this because he has not been doing that great. Kirk Cousins got injured. He's out for the season with an Achilles injury. That's really sad. Hopefully he recovers. The Chiefs didn't score a touchdown against the Browns. Final score was 9-24. I did not expect that at all. And the 49ers lost their third straight game against the Bengals. It was 31-17. I thought that could happen, but I didn't think it would be that much of a point difference. Alright, on to Week 9. Thursday night we have the Titans at the Steelers. This should be a pretty close game. Kenny Pickett is going to be back, but their offense was struggling with him, and maybe it'll get better. I'm not sure. But the Titans last week played really good with Will Levis at quarterback. He was playing really good. So I kind of think the Titans will end up winning this one. I don't think they'll be able to score as many points as they did last week because the Steelers have a good defense, but I still think they'll win this one 23-17. The Dolphins at the Chiefs, and this is not in Kansas City, it's in Frankfurt, but this was the picture I used. Anyway, the Chiefs played really bad last week. They could have a bounce back game, but I feel like we haven't seen them playing that great all season. I know they're 6-2, so they're playing good, but they've been having a lot of close games, I feel like. And I could be wrong about that. It's just, maybe those are just the ones that stand out more. So I just feel like the Dolphins will win this one. Unless they have one of their bad games. They've had a couple of those this season, but they've also had some games where their offense is just unstoppable, and their defense hasn't been terrible either. So I just don't see the Dolphins losing this one, especially the way the Chiefs played last week. So I think Miami wins 35-24. Now we have the Vikings at the Falcons. I'm curious to see how this one will go, honestly, because the Falcons, I can't remember who they're starting, but I know they made a change at quarterback position, and technically so did the Vikings because Cousins is hurt. But I kind of think the Falcons will win this one. I just don't know if the Vikings backup quarterback will be good enough to win this game because the Falcons are not a terrible team. But I'm really curious to see how the Vikings do without Cousins, so we'll see. I think it'll be 20-27 Falcons win. The Seahawks at the Ravens. This is another one I think that will be really close. These are I feel like they're two kind of under the radar teams, especially the Seahawks. I feel like they're shadowed by the 49ers because everyone just saw the 49ers as the dominant team in that division. And at least I've been overlooking the Seahawks, but they've been having a solid season, and same with the Ravens. I feel like, again, in the NFC North, everyone's been paying more attention to, like, oh, what's happening with the Bengals, and oh, look at how the Browns are playing. But the Ravens have been kind of getting shadowed. At least I feel like. Maybe you guys don't agree, but anyway, I think these are two under the radar teams that are playing really good and deserve more credit than they've been getting. So I'm curious to see how it turns out. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks in this one, but I don't know. It could go either way. So I'm going Seattle 26-24. The Cardinals at the Browns. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that in the Vikings game. They traded for Josh Dobbs, so he will not be playing for the Cardinals this game. And there's just no way Arizona wins this one. The Browns are playing good. As I said just a few seconds ago, Browns are having a good season, even with all the injuries. So I think Cleveland has the easy win at home, 16-30. The Rams at the Packers. I'm curious for this one too, because both of these teams are struggling a lot more than I expected them to at the beginning of the season. I mean, the Packers, I didn't know how it would go with Jordan Love starting, but it's not going good, and the Rams aren't doing that great either. However, I kind of feel like the Rams have the upper hand in this one. I just feel like they have more potential to, like, start playing good. The Packers, I just don't see them getting it together this season. Maybe just look forward to next season. So I think the Rams will win this one, but I think it'll be a close one, 17-13. The Buccaneers at the Texans. This is another one I'm excited for because the Texans lost to the Panthers last week, which was really surprising. I don't remember who the Buccaneers played, or if they played anyone for that matter. Anyway, not important right now. But the Buccaneers have kind of been struggling. The Texans, I feel like, have been doing pretty good despite their record. So I don't know. I can see this one going either way, but I like the Texans, 20-26. The Commanders at the Patriots. Another one that I don't know, because I don't feel like the Commanders will be as good as they have been without those two players. With those two players on their defensive line getting traded, I feel like that'll hurt them. And they're starting Heineke at quarterback, I think I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I heard that in the news somewhere. So I don't know if the Commanders will be able to win this one. Normally, I would say, oh yeah, easy. Patriots are struggling, Commanders aren't as much. But I just don't feel like they'll win this one. I'm picking New England at home, 20-23. We have the Bears at the Saints. I just feel like the Bears are outmatched in this one. I think getting Montez Sweat will help them, but I don't think we'll see immediate results. And I just don't think they'll be able to beat the Saints unless they can put together one of those games where they play really good. They've only done that twice this season, but they've had some good games. So if they can do that, they'll win. But I just don't see it happening. I feel like the Saints are playing at a much higher level than Chicago right now. So I'm going Saints 16-27. The Colts at the Panthers. Even though the Panthers won last week, I'm not sure they're that great of a team. If they win 2 straight, that'll prove something in my eyes. But I don't know if they will. I feel like the Colts are a decent team. I think they're good enough to beat the Panthers. We'll see, though. I haven't been following either of these teams that closely this year, to be honest. But I kind of think the Colts will win this one, 28-20. The Giants at the Raiders. I'll be interested to see how this one goes. I just don't see the Giants winning this. I'm curious to see if the Raiders' offense will be much better with the new coach. I'm not sure. Again, it might take a couple weeks. I don't know if there's going to be immediate results. But I think it could be an improvement. And I think the Giants are actually a really good team for this new coach to have his first game. Because the Giants are not that good of a team. I feel like the Raiders should be able to win this one. So I'm going with Las Vegas at home, 16-20. Cowboys at the Eagles should be a good one. However, I can see this being way an easy win for the Eagles because the Cowboys have had some of those games this year where they just don't play good at all, and then they've had the games where they play really, really good. But the Eagles have been much more consistent. I think this will be a high-score game. I really hope so. I really hope both offenses play really good and it's a entertaining game, but I think the Eagles will be able to win this one, 30-38. We have the Bills at the Bengals. This should be a good one because the Bengals are starting to play good again. They've been on a roll, and the Bills have been kind of like they are every season, just a good team. Nothing more, but nothing less either by any means. They're playing at a high level, but I kind of think the Bengals will win this one. I think they'll keep their momentum and win this one at home, 27-34. Monday night we have the Chargers at the Jets. I don't know. The Chargers played really good last week. Yeah, they played Chicago, and the Bears are not a good team, but the Chargers looked pretty good. And the Jets just aren't playing all that great. I know they have 4 wins, but last week they did not play good. I'm pretty sure they ended up beating the Giants, but it was a really low score game. There was more punts than points, I'm pretty sure I heard. So they're just not playing that good. I think the Chargers will be able to win this one, 23-16. 2 fans from the fan picks in our Discord server agree with me, and 1 disagrees and thinks the Jets will win. So if you want to be part of fan picks, join our Discord server. There's a link for it posted in the description of this video. And let me know in the comments what you think of my picks, and I'll see you next time on Good Gamers. Thanks for watching.